Every week in the US market, there's a new e-commerce brand making records on TikTok Shop. And in today's video, I want to show you a particular one that is a little bit shocking to me. So I think it might be shocking to you too. And it parallels one of the biggest dropshipping e-commerce brands on the internet. So that's pretty exciting. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me make myself small here. I always forget to do that because I actually started recording a little bit differently for some of you OGs that maybe noticed. But we're here on CaloData. This is one of my favorite softwares these days. I'm homies with the founders and I love the vision. And honestly, it's just super helpful. So basically, what I'm seeing here is the last 30 days ranking of TikTok shops when it comes to revenue. So that's what we're measuring here is revenue. And that's what you see right here. So you got in the last 30 days, brands doing $3.4 million in revenue. And these are dead even right now. Last time I talked about this brand, I think I did like a top 5 video, but this one, I'm just gonna make it more specifically catered towards this particular brand right here that is about to take the #1 spot of US TikTok shops. And keep in mind, TikTok shop is just starting in the US. In China, these are chump numbers in comparison. 3 million a month, that's nothing compared to China numbers on their TikTok shops. But to be fair, they've had TikTok shop for a lot longer. Now, just real quick before I show you this, you guys probably know if you've been following me, and if you don't follow me, then you should subscribe and let me know your name or something in the comments. I see all the comments, but my business is called Akemi, and one of the main things that we do is we run paid ads for big e-commerce businesses. And it's pretty fun. I love it. I really love the machine learning aspect of it. And one of the things that's been really cool to observe lately is TikTok shop ads making a huge ripple in the paid advertising world, at least from what we're seeing. I really don't know too many people running TikTok shop ads, so I have literally no examples to reference. But, for example, here's a brand that we started running ads for this month that we're already close to the goal is 3K a day here, so we can get to 100K a month, but we're at 2.26, pretty good, and a 2.5 ROAS. So there's actually like a lot of scalable potential here. And it's pretty cool. So if you are a business watching this and you are on TikTok shop, maybe you already created your shop, but you need extra help blowing it up, make sure that you check us out at akemilab.com and fill out the form and reach out to us because we're always looking for brands to collaborate with and to help. So make sure you do that real quick. But for everyone else, or even if that's still you, still watch this video. Now, over here, we can see the exact revenue figures of this store that's about to take the #1 TikTok shop spot. And we can see that they've been doing massive 200K days on here. And what they sell is just furniture. They're a furniture store. And the reason I said it parallels the #1 dropshipping e-commerce store is because it's very similar to Wayfair in the products that they're selling, except Wayfair is already years ahead, obviously. They're $1 billion business. But it's very cool to see, the same niches working over and over again, because a lot of people always talk about competition and, blah, 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 just so many different things when it comes to actually dropping their business or actually creating their business. They overthink it a lot, and I understand, but it's really cool to see, a similar store as Wayfair that's like $1 billion business that you would think no one can compete with because they actually do ship direct to consumer. They have US warehouses now as well, but before it was strictly all from China. And it's crazy to see now this store selling furniture as well and being able to clear pretty insane numbers. I mean, 3 million a month is nothing to take lightly, and it's mostly from affiliates, which is also really interesting. And that's the second point I want to talk about here. I don't remember what the first one was, but we're moving on to the second point. The second point is how on TikTok shop, the reason a lot of these sellers are able to offer lower prices is because they don't need to necessarily spend as much money on advertising, because the creators on TikTok shop do the advertising for them. And this is the crazy system that TikTok shop enables. And that's why you're able to see numbers like, $6 CPMs with a really high return on ad spend at scale on TikTok Shop with paid ads, for example, because you can combine these two forces and build something insane. And that's what we're really focusing on at Akemi right now. I already said something about that. So, if you're a brand, make sure that you reach out. I just want to reiterate that. But this is super interesting, right? I mean, this is a furniture store that is likely, I don't think they're actually drop shipping, but this is the latest product that started to pop off for them. And it's almost $50. So a $50 huge shelf. I actually bought a very similar one like this on Amazon lately, and it's not that great. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that great, but it does look nice. And I've never tried this one specifically, so maybe this one is better. But yeah, these aren't super complicated products. They're actually very simple, and that's how they're able to provide it at a really affordable rate. And this is something I actually talked about in yesterday's video when we discussed Temu. But I think it's not a bad idea to try to create really quality items at very affordable prices, because that's going to be just such a massive competitive advantage in a world of inflation, in a world of economic instability. And, if you're selling stuff, it kind of makes sense, right? So that's really what I wanted to show you today, is this store and this product, and talk about all those things I talked about. A third point that I would want to make here is that you should literally just copy whatever works when it comes to the content that you're getting, or just do a good job if you have a business of outsourcing outreach to for these influencers, because it's just so powerful. It's just insanely powerful. It even feels weird to talk about because I see it as such a big opportunity right now, and we're doing so much with it that I'm like, man, whoever's watching this video till this point, just trust me, make sure you start paying attention to TikTok Shop and pair it with your Shopify store. There's not a one or the other. You can do both, and that's what you should do. So that's really about it for this video. I know it probably was a little bit messy, but it's New Year's Eve, and I really wanted to show you this shop because they're about to take the #1 spot of US TikTok shops, and I think that's pretty noteworthy. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe for more. If you're already subscribed, then make sure you leave me a comment and say something. Maybe I wish you a happy new year. So appreciate you watching, and that's all I got for today. See you in the next one. Peace.